We have spent the last 36 days biking over 3,000 miles across the U.S. on this 3-seater bike, averaging not quite 100 miles a day like we'd planned. There have been ups, and there have been downs.
Turn the vans around. We got another flat.
But most importantly, we've made memories that will last a lifetime with some of our best friends.
Things are getting weird as we get towards the end.
This last week is not going to be easy.
Well, this might be the end.
But easy was never the goal. In this final episode, we make the decision to change our route. But that turns out to be a mistake.
I think we rode long enough that people are awake and going to work.
The weather takes a turn for the worst, and we're forced to ride through the night in an attempt to make it to the finish line. Buckle up, because the last 6 days of the ride are the most challenging and eventful yet.
This might be the end of the bike ride.
Good morning. I'm wearing triple the amount of clothes as usual because it's freezing and raining.
You and Sarah are dressed very differently this morning.
The third seat has more draft, I think.
You do get all the spray from the back.
Maybe we should put a trash bag on you.
You kind of look like an alien from this side.
It's day 31 and things are getting weird. Love you.
Wait, what is this?
Bye.
Is that coffee?
Tea. It's soup.
Before we start the last 600 miles of this trip, there are 2 massive updates that we need to fill you in on.
Number 1, we are extending the trip
by 6 days.
We've been saying that we were gonna try to make it across the country on the Trandom in 30 days. But in the back of our minds the whole time, we really gave ourselves like 33 days because we know stuff happens.
A few days ago, we started doing some math and realized that even with the 3 extra days of buffer, there was no way that we were gonna finish. We all have other commitments after this adventure's over, and we all moved our flights back the maximum amount possible. So we have now added 6 days to this trip. So in total, it will be 36 days of biking across the US.
So we now have 695 miles left to do in 6 days.
Important update number 2.
We are abandoning the Ram route.
For the first 2,500 miles of this trip, we followed a route called the RAM. It's short for Race Across America. It's a 3,100 mile route that ran from San Diego all the way to Annapolis, Maryland. And the plan was to follow that route the entire time. And after 2,500 miles of riding on busy roads, we decided we were done with the cars.
We would all like to survive this trip and actually make it to the East Coast without getting hit by a car.
In Missouri, we rode this beautiful rail trail called the Tuscany Trail.
It was amazing. There were no cars. Nobody gave me the middle finger.
So we started doing a little more research to see how many more of these trails existed around the US, and we found something called the Great American Rail Trail. One day, when it's finished, it will be a rail trail, which is basically a bike path that's built on a railway across the entire US.
It is adding over 100 miles to the route, hence the reason why we extended our time, but we think it's gonna be worth it. It's pretty wet, as you can see. We got a really late start this morning because we were hoping it would stop. Hopefully the dads don't have to ride in the dark for too long tonight because yesterday was pretty much the exact same. Riding all morning, so we stalled. We got on the bike super late and then they had to ride through the night and they got lost. They ended up on Frat Row in the middle of some university.
People love the Trandom. I think they think it's a Halloween costume.
Well, Evie just put me in my place. Just found a little surprise in my snack bag. At some point this morning I was trying to get her to take my spot on the bike because it was raining. And then she disappeared for a little bit and it was because she was putting this together. It's a bag with Snickers in it, which was nice, but she wrote, "Deal with the rain, Kara." Dang it, I'm sorry. It's like, hey. Wow, magical.
Chef Nate is back in the kitchen, getting fancy today, doing soup and sandwiches. I've whipped up some chili out of the bag, of course, and then also some tofu sandwiches. Honestly, anything you put between this bread is amazing.
We made it! Ah!
Did you like your Snickers?
I loved my Snickers.
One time we were in this big, like,
Look how wet I am.
Oh,
whoa.
You're pretty wet.
She's soaked.
We're gonna go to the laundry.
Dealing with it.
It's all down here too.
Oh my God.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
It's the drivetrain.
Oh, changing my diaper. Oh, that was easy.
You guys ready to rock and roll? This grandma is ready to ride. It's been a rough trip. I was thinking I was getting more wrinkles beside my eyes. Feeling a little worn out, but Rick's really gotten the worst of it.
I had a full head of hair when I started this trip, and I wasn't an old lady. Now look at me.
Things are getting weird as we get towards the end. Oh, that suits you.
You think
That looks really nice, yeah.
it's gonna be so loud? It's gonna. We have 4 hours until it gets dark. How many miles?
About 67?
That's a lot. Good luck, dads.
See you, girls.
I think my poncho is making us less efficient. Too bad we don't have a tailwind. I could just hold it out and we blow down the trail. I definitely can't hear anything if anybody's trying to say anything to me. What? Cool. That was epic. You're doing great up there, Rick. Nice smooth driving for the game.
Yeah, I like the music. You got a system in that thing.
How's it going?
Good. Hey,
So cool. That was awesome. We've been seeing horse poop all over the trail and we were wondering why. And I guess the Amish just use this as a safer road. Wow, this looks trippy. Whew. It smells like horse poop.
Ladies have just arrived in Apple Creek, Ohio, and it is finally time to do some much needed laundry.
Oh no. Oh no. If we make it this whole trip without a dog nipping at my ankles, I'm gonna be so impressed.
I think I'm gonna have 2 loads. I think I might have to get $20 worth of quarters. Here we go. That's what $20 worth of quarters looks like. I got a pocket full of quarters.
Well, we didn't make it before dark. Wearing the safety man suit underneath the poncho. It like reflects right here around my head and I kind of feel like I'm at a disco.
I feel like I wear the same things every single day and somehow end up with this many dirty clothes. I don't understand. Maybe it's Nate's. Uh-oh. That little growl happens when our water tank is getting low. It gets angry. Arr, fill me with water. Nathan!
Am I dirty?
Yes. How did you get dirty under your poncho? Ew.
I haven't even...
Nate, your legs!
Look how dirty this is. Actually, I don't think this thing did anything.
I didn't.
Real quick, I want to say a big thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. As you can probably tell, we are no longer on the bike trip, but it is still raining. It's following us, and I'm gonna go inside. In the spirit of Thanksgiving weekend, I just wanted to say how grateful we are to Surfshark for continuing to support our adventures for the last 3 years, whether we're biking across the US or relaxing in the Maldives. And also for keeping us safe with the best VPN on the internet. Over the past few years, we have connected to a lot of sketchy Wi-Fi and we have yet to have our identity stolen. If you don't know what a VPN is, it stands for Virtual Private Network, and it encrypts all the data sent between our computer and the internet so that no one can steal our sensitive information. But VPN can be used for more than just security. We have also used it all around the world to watch our favorite show when we need a laugh.
Experience is the best teacher.
That's because it's super easy to change the virtual location of your computer and get access to a completely new content library. If you don't already have a VPN, we obviously highly recommend Surfshark. It is the only VPN to offer one account for unlimited devices. Plus, right now they are offering a special Black Friday deal where you can get up to 6 months for free by using code Kara and Nate. To take advantage of this special Black Friday deal, just click the link in the description below. Now back to much colder rain.
So it got cold. Kara's putting on a diaper.
It's not that like I don't want to get dirty. It's just I only have so many clothes. And if they're all soaked and muddy, nothing is drying in this weather.
Look at my shoes from last night. They're just covered in a layer of mud.
Oh, look. It actually fits really nicely. Like, it's like snug.
Yeah.
It's like waterproof.
I've never seen her
I
with
think it's
this
a
much
winner.
energy before 9 a.m.
Ready.
You can tell we're serious cyclists by the gear we have. It's just top of the line stuff.
I take my riding really seriously.
Only the best trash bags. Some people wear Patagonia, we wear Hefty.
Things are still weird.
We're all just trying to laugh because
Because we're wearing trash bags now.
How did something just drip on me? We're falling apart over here. I am on my way to meet up with two very special guests who have chosen to join us for the last few days of this ride, even though the weather is cold and miserable.
Can't believe this is my life. Honestly, times like these just make the good times even better. If it was just perfect weather, sun, and rainbows the whole time, it would be boring. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
Look who it is! You're back and you brought the rain with you.
It'll be cold and rainy, we didn't want to miss out.
Are you regretting your decision yet?
Not yet.
45 degrees and raining right now. Last time we were together, we were on a boat in the freezing cold rain for a week together. Are you gonna ride with this thing on the back?
Yeah. It's got the extra battery, snacks, water.
So they brought one e-bike with multiple batteries, and the plan is for my mom to ride with the girls, and then we'll swap out batteries, and my dad will ride with the guys.
There's a toilet. Oh gosh. Thank you. My wings are a bit obnoxiously loud now that we're riding.
What a morning.
Is it as miserable as it looks?
It's so bad.
You want some hot coffee?
Yes, please.
It looks even more like a diaper now.
Yeah.
Are you excited for this?
They're scaring me a little bit.
What's the furthest you've ever ridden a bike?
I think maybe 15 miles, not 50. 15.
1.5.
I'm a little nervous, especially after watching the vlog last night. Made it seem a little harder than I was thinking.
What did you tell me your butt looked like last night?
It looked like one of those baboons with the red butts.
Also, I think this is the most people we've ever had in the van. It looks like one because you can't see any, but there's 4 more up front.
We've got 7 people. There's room for 3 or 4 more.
The girls are just in here warming up.
All right, Kara, stop trying to scoot into the van.
I'm letting your mom out so she can get me a brownie.
It's time to get back on the bike.
I need a brownie first.
You can eat it out here.
No, I'll eat it in here.
So my mom's practiced a grand total of 6 miles. That's the total on the odometer. You feeling confident?
You'll fit right in. We're just making everything up as we go as well.
Really? Y'all got this, 20 more miles.
20 more. 30. 30 more.
All right.
Not even halfway.
Minute to pass.
Whoa! She's coming through, everybody.
Nice.
Do you think the e-bike's gonna be able to keep up with the tandem?
I think the tandem's gonna have to be able to keep up with the e-bike.
The girls have been doing this to us recently. It is 12:30. They still have 30 more miles to go. So their earliest finish time will be 3:30, and then we'll be expected to get on the bike and ride an additional 50 miles with only 3 hours of daylight left.
We're on a towpath that goes along this lovely river. We have about 30 miles to go, hoping I don't get as cold as I did this morning.
Woo! The girls looked cold. I'm just trying to soak up this heat and hot tea.
This is a uncharacteristically steep hill, and our brakes are very wet and slippery right now, so we're walking it. Wow! Well, that was exciting.
I
I'm really hoping that today is the most miserable day of the trip because I think today is the last day that it's supposed to rain. And it's also the first day that it's been really cold. After this, it's still gonna be really cold, but it shouldn't be wet.
We're basically off-roading with the Trandom. Still wet and cold. My legs are disgusting. The diaper is still doing its job though. At this point, I wish it was a diaper because I have to pee. The rail trail has ended for now. We're back on the main roads for our last 7.5 miles. Chrissy is not a fan of the roads.
Not sure how y'all hadn't died yet. The highway was scary. I came back with a little, I had a crash. Messed the bike up a little bit. So there was a wooden bridge, which I knew would be slick. I must have hit the brake and I laid it down.
I'm gonna pee in my pants right now.
Good to see you. How are you feeling?
I feel great looking at that brake handle bent over sideways.
I was flat. I was flat down.
She's on the ground like this with the bike on top of her and I'm like, Christy fell!
Oh my goodness. As we were getting on the bike to start riding, I could just hear air gushing out of the back tire. So we are currently changing our 12th flat of the trip before we get going today. It is already 4:30, which means we have 2 hours of daylight left. They have a lot of night riding in store. And they're off. Burr. I have a feeling after the girls' ride, you've heard enough complaining about how cold it is, but I'll say it one more time. It is cold! Sorry, that was a lot. The e-bike is similar to the unicycles. On the downhill, we just pull away, and then he immediately catches us on the uphill. There's like a giant slinky going down the road.
Hello there. It is already 6 o'clock. I nearly fell asleep hanging out in the back. Now we are all 4 driving to the next town of Bowers. 10.
How's the e-bike? Good. Well, it's raining. Look at that beautiful sign. Is this the first? No, they've all got electric collars on. Come get us, I bet you won't.
It feels like we've been in Ohio forever. Besides the rain, I've been loving it. They have really cute little towns.
So we've had a change of plans. The e-bike has ran out of battery and these fat tires are not gonna keep up with this Trandom. So Rick has graciously agreed to go back to the warm van. My dad is gonna get on the bike.
Someone had to do it. You know, it wasn't an easy choice. But I gotta take one for the team sometimes.
Your butt is never gonna be the same.
I'll miss you.
Oh, Rick.
But I'll see you later.
Both of the parents bring in the drama. And they're off.
Once again, it's dark. The dads are still on the bike, and I'm making something delicious. The menu tonight is something new. I'm stir frying some frozen veg. Trying to at least. And then I got this bag of like marinade-y type stuff. So I'm picturing just like dumping that in there and then adding some tofu.
All right, Daddy, how are you feeling?
I feel terrible. My butt hurts, my thighs are burning, my knees are aching. And I can't stop pedaling, y'all won't stop pedaling. Besides that, it's good.
Oh, you being on the bike is making me realize how much better shape I'm in than when I started.
Full moon, night before Halloween, paranormal activity all over the place.
Look at this bridge.
Welcome home!
Thanks. This is the only light that we have left.
Are you serious?
I was literally holding it out, shining it for Dusty to see the trail.
Oh no!
The headlamp died, all my safety lights died.
Am I supposed to put my underwear? What do I do with it? My thighs are burning so bad I couldn't stand up.
I'm glad y'all made it safely.
My toes are completely numb. I can't feel them. There was not a comfortable place on that seat. I tried every square inch and my butt was killing me. But besides that, I was having a great time riding with my sons on a trail in the dark in Ohio somewhere. All right. Thank you.
This is the best part of the day.
It's a miracle. Sunshine.
For the first time in 4 days.
It's so beautiful.
Good morning. It is day 33 of biking across America. And if you thought we were maybe being a little over dramatic about the cold yesterday, take a look at the bike this morning. For the second time on this trip, it is completely frozen. My water bottle from last night is frozen. The handlebars are frozen. The seat's completely frozen. But you know what? It's not raining.
Train tracks are here. We slept here.
Beck, how many trains passed last night?
2.
Did you hear the trains last night? Apparently 2 went by and we didn't wake up.
Classic. I'm glad we can leave Ohio seeing it not gray and wet. Ow! Why would you do that?
I just want to see if I still had it.
I was feeling so happy and joyous and you just ruined all of it. You better, Nate.
Gosh. Stop. I can't run, my knees hurt.
Hoo-wee! It's cold, but it's dry and it's sunny. So I'm not gonna complain. Just wanted to state that it was cold.
And that's nice.
35 degrees right now, if anybody was wondering.
Hey, Nate.
Good morning. How's your butt?
It's surprisingly good.
Yeah?
Having some brake probs.
So the pads can be brought in and out away from the tire by using the tool.
Morning's not going too smoothly for the Lady Climb Crushers. Our brake is like kind of fixed, but this route, it's bringing us through this gated off factory.
Yeah.
We can't cross through here, can we? No. We were told we can't go through. So we're turning around. We're going downhill and Sarah says, well, good news is we can test the brakes on the way out. Whew. Who knew southeastern Ohio was so hilly?
If you're wondering where my parents are this morning, they don't have a van, so the plan is each night they're just gonna find a hotel close by and then meet back up with us in the morning and keep riding. When my parents originally decided to come, we had told them that we were gonna be riding on bike paths the rest of the way because that was the plan. They were not big fans of the road riding, which is fair enough, so they're gonna sit today out and then meet back up with us tomorrow because we believe the last 300 miles of this trail is definitely going to be on a bike path. Although I have learned not to say definitely about anything on this entire trip.
I was not expecting to climb this much today. We've been on a total of 0 rail trails today. It's all been the road, just going up and down and up and down. It's finally happening.
What are we getting?
Maybe nothing. It's a travesty that they don't register randomly. Hello?
Are you on a bicycle?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to place your order inside.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
We're leaving. We're going to Wendy's. There was no Wendy's, and I really wanted a large French fry and hot coffee, so we went inside. The next time we're going to Wendy's. How great is this rail trail, eh?
Pennsylvania, 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 West Virginia.
All right, these are our last moments in Ohio. Wow, this bridge is nuts. That is water. We're so high. Ohio, 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 Ohio. West Virginia. Is this our 9th state? California, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Ohio, West Virginia. We made it. Well done, Lady Climb Crushers. Wow, it's been a roller coaster.
Took forever.
Physically, it was a roller coaster because we were going up and down and up and down and up and down all day.
Pretty sure I saw McDonald's on Find My.
Huh? We were in a city.
Stopped?
There were a lot of red lights. Really long red lights. We did hit this one really long light.
Oh,
What?
it tastes like lunch.
You gonna get pickle?
All right.
You go, girls!
Bye!
We have renamed the Great American Rail Trail to the Great American Road Trip because that's all we've been on for the last 2 days.
To Pittsburgh we go! The other ladies, seriously.
I'm not sure if we said this, but today is Halloween and we just got a piece of candy from a giant piñata. And look at this, we're back on the trail, baby!
Well, had one crack in the road. Hit it a little too hard. Now I got a flat. This is 13. This is eating into our trick-or-treat time.
I just realized that the Panhandle Trail is called the Panhandle because we're going through the Panhandle of Upper West Virginia and we are crossing the border.
Pennsylvania!
Back into Pennsylvania!
Pursue your happiness, it says. I love that.
Already feels different up here.
I'm pretty sure we were in West Virginia for a grand total of 9 miles. Just straight across the Upper Panhandle. We barely squeaked into it. Good morning. Last night after we got done riding, we threw the bike in the back of the van and then Googled the nicest neighborhood in all of Pittsburgh and took the kids trick-or-treating there.
Ew, something stinks!
We couldn't decide if this guy sitting in the street was real and Kara was the only one brave enough to go up and try to grab a sucker.
I'm the girl with the short skirt and
And we just continue to get braver and braver with where we sleep. Last night we slept underneath this bridge, basically in the middle of downtown Pittsburgh, and there are signs everywhere that says park closes at 11 a.m. This is the first time we've explicitly broke the rules to sleep somewhere, but it's freezing. We had a late night last night and I'm literally standing on the bike path where we'll be starting this morning.
I slept right across the street from the Cheesecake Factory. I just had to.
Ready for this?
I had to get a positive attitude this morning. I didn't sign up for Survivor.
I'm wearing hand warmers and toe warmers.
All right, we're almost done. Positive attitude this morning.
Yeah, it feels like this should be the victory lap part of the ride, but unfortunately the way we've set it up, this will be the hardest 3 days we have of the entire ride. 130 miles a day average to finish, which we've not done yet.
Yay!
All right.
Bye.
The trail that the girls started this morning is called the Great Allegheny Passage. And from everything we've heard and read, it is completely finished. So we think the next 340 miles all the way to Washington, D.C. is going to be on a bike path or a rail trail. That's what we're hoping for.
Rail trail. Finally.
I do think if there's one thing that I've taken away from this trip, it's this idea that you can pretty much do anything that you set your mind to. For the last 30-something days, this group has gotten on a bike and pedaled somewhere around 100 miles. And eventually, after doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, we are almost done. If something feels too big and too crazy and too overwhelming, the key is just to start. And then show up every day and keep doing the work. And eventually, no matter how crazy it seems, you will get there.
It was all worth it. This rail trail is amazing. Check out this bridge. Woohoo!
Yay! It's fun. Fun morning.
This trip must be catching up with me. I kind of laid down as a joke just to show that I was tired, and then next thing you know, I woke up an hour later. I never nap. My pillow has a big drool spot on it.
Oh, what a beautiful sight.
Who's the president? How long have I been gone? Is it summertime yet?
You seem delirious.
I literally...
Is your brain frozen?
Maybe.
We need to do 70 more today. It's probably gonna take us 7 hours to do it on that trail, going at the speed that we'll probably go. So we're gonna finish at midnight or beyond. However, if we just put A to B on Google, not necessarily following this rail trail, that 70 miles becomes 50. It might be the only way we can do it.
Kara, do you think we should take the road?
Yeah, so rail trail is so slow and so monotonous. I literally feel like I've been gone for 7 years.
Oh, we came all this way just to be on the rail trail, and all we can think of is getting off of it because it's so slow.
All right, back to the road it is.
We will connect back up to the rail trail. We'll give it a second chance on the flat and downhill parts.
Kara, you can do the rail trail again.
Second chance tomorrow.
Evie?
I got a thing.
You want to ride on the rail trail?
Yeah.
The Great American Rail Trail?
I gotta go.
Ricky?
I gotta do a thing.
Bye, everybody. Normally they all stand outside the vans to see us off, but I think everybody was so cold and done with it today, they all just went in the vans and we haven't seen them.
Ooh, tight squeeze.
Well, we managed to time this bike ride where we've gotten to ride through 3 totally different seasons. We started in summer in California, summer continued through the Arizona desert, then we got to experience peak fall in Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. And now we're finishing out this ride in winter. Everything just looks more dead and depressing.
I feel like today's the first day that I've just really felt like the monotony of this trip has just really caught up with me. Just felt long and my butt hurts more than ever on these rail trails.
We got about 5,000 feet of climbing left out of 150,000 feet. And the bike's just falling apart.
Sounds like the chain's gonna break at any second, so we've opted to push it up this hill.
So we're gonna savor these last few climbs and just walk them.
There's something depressing about watching 2 grown men walk a 3-seater bike up a hill. Hey, don't forget me. Solidarity for pushing. What do we think the chances are that these gears work? We're back, baby.
I think it's also a mindset thing. Like, I know we're almost there, and so the days are feeling a bit longer.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's snowing and I'm in a full body sweat pedaling up this hill. This hill that we're climbing is 13% grade. We've been on it for the last 20 minutes.
Still very happy that it didn't rain. It could have been slow and wet. I'm very grateful to be dry.
We've climbed so far up in elevation that there's now a dusting of snow and everything. Yeah, it's feeling like this rail trail might have been a mistake. We'd be cruising into DC tomorrow. Yeah. Paddle slow forward, slows. Oh, that's off. Rick almost went down. Wow, look at that sunset. Beautiful, but it means that we still have to do the next 35 miles in the dark. You might be faster on the uphills, but we got you on the down. Yeah, go for it. Burr! Oh my goodness. Oh, my sweat is just instantly freezing. Rick, how is it up front?
I'm absolutely frozen.
I've lost complete feeling in my fingers.
For some reason, I just had to have a cinnamon latte. It is pitch black outside. I feel a little guilty for how happy I am right now.
Well, the sun has officially set. It is 7 p.m. and we figure we still have 4 hours of riding left to go. Making memories!
So we're at the trailhead where the guys will go from the road back to the bike path. We decided to come wait here just to see how everyone's doing, have a little check-in, see if everybody's good with their layers, maybe give them a hot cuppa. We really need to keep going, but I have a feeling we're not.
I was not expecting to set a new record this late into the trip, but we just set a record for the steepest grade, which is a 16% climb, which doesn't sound like much. We were literally having to swerve back and forth on the road to keep enough momentum to keep going up.
It's not all fun and games around here. I am gonna be working while I'm being cozy.
Outfit change before the last big climb. It's just me breathing behind the camera.
Okay, this is crazy. The guys still have at least 3 hours. It is 30 degrees and the road that they're on is sketchy. So the girls and I have made the executive decision to go ambush them, put them in our vans, and drive them to where they were supposed to ride tonight.
Well, to add to the adventure, our back brake is almost completely locked up. Oh man.
What are they doing? This looks so creepy.
This is what our brakes sound like going downhill. Oh my gosh. The most memorable night of the trip for sure.
Okay, this is weird. We didn't tell the guys that we were gonna come because we knew they would tell us not to. Sarah and I have Dusty and Nate's location and it hasn't moved in like 30 minutes. We don't wanna drive the vans down there because we're a little nervous the vans will get stuck or there won't be a place for us to turn around. Oh my gosh, his location just disappeared.
Yeah, so what's going on now is the free hub, the rear wheel, has just stripped out. And even though everything's in place here, we can pedal the bike forward.
The back wheel should be spinning right now.
Backwards. The chain's on. Everything's good. And the tire does not move forward anymore.
I can't believe this. If you watch the Colorado Trail series, this is exactly what happened to Dusty's bike at the very end.
We're pedaling full speed right now.
And they're... Well, this might be the end.
We're in the most remote place.
Of all the things, this is like the one thing that we think might not be possible to fix.
What's up?
This might be the end of the bike ride. Well, it might be the end of the tandem.
Oh no!
We are in the middle of nowhere on a gravel road that Google Maps took us on in the snow. If you could send back to pick us up, that would be great.
What if I told you that we came to ambush you and put you in the vans and we're half a mile up the hill from where you are, all of us?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, are you serious?
I have big news.
I think the bike is broken.
No. What? Like the whole bike?
I don't think we're biking anymore.
Do you remember me saying, imagine if the bike just broke today, 2 days away?
They're pushing it up the hill.
No, they are not.
Woo!
Do we want... Good morning. Last night we drove to the town of Cumberland because it had the closest bike shop that looked like it might be able to fix the tandem. We slept under a bridge. How are you feeling about our chances of getting the bike fixed this morning?
Honestly, it seems very 50-50 right now. All I know is somehow we're getting that bike across the finish line in 2 days if we have to Strider bike it all the way to freaking DC.
This is an actual option, he said. If we just take all the pedals off, it's actually really efficient. We can straight our bike the rest of the way.
We've come so far. We are 2 days from the end of this whole thing. And now we're staring at a broken bike. It's heartbreaking.
Last night, I was so over it. I was ready to get in the car, drive to the East Coast, and chuck that bike in the ocean.
At least you're in better spirits today.
I am. I
was sad for you yesterday.
I woke up with a reset. Like, when I look back at this time, like, what am I gonna remember? And I don't want to remember being grumpy, which is what I was yesterday.
I was so prepared to ride till 2 a.m. last night. Like, it was just starting to get fun and exciting. Okay, we decided to go to another bike shop, not the one that we were originally gonna go to for this reason.
Trashy and poor service. Had a puppy that attacked me as I entered the store. A horrible place to go. Owner had an attitude from the second I walked and the door. Would not recommend this place at all. Rude, unprofessional. He actually kicked me out of the shop.
Us going in and saying we need a bike fixed quickly sounded like a bad idea.
It did sound like a bad idea.
You're coming in as the hero.
Been called a lot of things, but the hero probably wasn't one of them.
How you feeling, Rick?
I mean, when we asked for a new wheel, he didn't say no immediately.
So you're telling me there's a chance? So you're telling me there's a chance?
See that chewed up part?
Right.
That's what your bearings are running on. I'll see if I have one to match that. These are older and it's pretty chewed.
Ooh, yeah.
I can usually improvise around that too.
Yeah. So as far as you can tell, it was just gunked up. Hey Bill, I heard you performed a miracle today.
Basically all I did was shine up the outside so it looked like it's done.
It didn't look that good at the start of the trip.
It didn't.
That crack on the inside, I don't recall ever seeing that before. I have seen some that have cracked on the outside. You know what causes that? Diesel torque.
Is that right? So you've been doing this for 44 years, you've never seen one of these crack insides like that?
Not in that area there, no.
This
Thought
is
it was appropriate.
The new official team name, Triple Trouble Tour. Thank you for saving the bike trip.
No problem.
Now the real work begins.
Yeah.
All right, so if we average 12 miles an hour, it'll take us 10 hours. Best case scenario, 10 p.m. finish.
most likely scenario 1 a.m.
I think we're gonna do it in 7 hours. I've seen this elevation profile. It's like a tabletop from here to DC. I've been wrong before, but I am looking forward to this flat, totally flat. If it's uphill one bit, I'm throwing this bike in the river. Don't just have donuts.
Yep.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Go fast!
Oh my gosh! We did it! Don't worry about us!
All right, Washington, D.C. We're so close. There's been a lot of confusion with the whole D.C., Annapolis, East Coast, Bay, Atlantic Ocean. We're using them all interchangeably. To be honest, we don't know where we're gonna end up, but we're going east. Oh, just spilled coffee on my arm. Lots of coffee. All right. We obviously got a late start to the ride, but good news is we're riding. That was not guaranteed today.
From where we started back there, we have 184 miles to get to Washington, D.C. But we've decided that this trip has to be finished in Annapolis because that was the original ending of the Ram route. So we have 184 miles to Washington, D.C. and then 30 more miles past that will get us to the Chesapeake Bay in Annapolis, which technically the Atlantic Ocean flows into.
The plan is just for them to go as far as they possibly can towards the East Coast.
The goal for the day is to knock out 124 miles.
My job today is just to be the support van. Just hope the tandem holds up.
12 miles in, first flat of the day. Pretty much riding like a mystery trail. It's really beautiful. You just can't really see what's coming up because of all the leaves.
Oh, man, that's almost new tire material.
Does anybody have $1?
Nate's mom brought us brownies and they're so good. She should not have left these in here with me.
I think it's time to go back to the road. It's quite fitting to go to Washington, D.C. George Washington stuck up inside the Shire.
George is saving the day. Is this a federal crime?
This is how George Washington would have wanted it.
All right, these support vans are en route to the guides. We're just gonna go bring them a spare just in case. We have learned the hard way that anything can happen.
Back on the road. Whoa! Definitely not having children.
The drama continues.
Well, we got another flat. We can't get to the road for another 2.5 miles where the girls are there to meet us with an extra tube. Tire still has a little bit of air in it, but it was not enough to carry 3 people. So we sent Rick on ahead by himself on the bike to hopefully make it to the vans.
150 more miles.
Nothing like walking in a diaper. We're gonna do this, even if I have to walk all the way to Annapolis. I did not expect to be walking the next time I saw you.
Yeah, me either.
But Rick made it all the way
Are you
with a flat
serious?
tire, so that saved us a lot of time.
Wow.
I feel really picky right now. Like I feel like we can't be pleased. We're like, we want the rail trail. We don't want to ride on the road. And as soon as we get on the rail trail, we're like, we want to ride on the more efficient road. We're thinking in about 20 miles, we're gonna reconnect to the Ram route.
You're joking.
And finish it out on the Ram route. We want her back.
Oh, that is hilarious. Good luck.
Thanks for the ride.
Welcome. I love being support.
It doesn't matter.
If you just leave it sticking out, it'll be a noisemaker.
Nothing stopping us. Spokes, we'll walk to the Atlantic Ocean at this point.
We can literally still see the vans. And the spoke just broke off. It's really feeling like we're not meant to finish this ride. But we're gonna do it anyway.
Oh my gosh, what a roller coaster. In a way, I really do feel like the guys, especially Nate, love how this is going. Like the challenge of it, overcoming all of these obstacles.
And now we walk. Dismount bicycles.
Should we ride it? Actually, it's probably just gonna get dark on it. Alright. Yeah, this isn't safe at all. Let's stop.
Oh, nice. The e-bike coming in clutch.
I mean, this is cool. I don't know if I call it a bike trail.
We get comments sometimes
Welcome
about...
to West Virginia.
What? We get comments here and there on our challenge videos that are like, why are you doing this for YouTube? You don't have to do this to yourself for content. And I'm being so honest when I say it's not for YouTube. Nate loves it, and he's kind of made me start loving it.
Wow, that took forever. That was almost as much fun as driving a boat through one. Ah! This is actually pretty epic. It was worth doing the rail trail just for this. There is slick mud on the trail and about a 10-foot drop off straight into the canal, just 2 feet from where our wheel is.
Well, it's 9:30 and the guys should be here any minute. I've made Nate some instant noodles, and I think the plan is for them to eat, maybe watch a little bit of the Titans game, and then keep cycling through the night. I mean, it feels crazy. At the same time, I don't know if we have another option. And I genuinely think Nate wants to do it and is excited about it. So we shall see, I suppose. It's just so funny that it's come to this. If we wouldn't have switched to the rail trail a few days ago, we would be done. We just took a long detour.
I doubt you can see what's going on right now, but we're still biking on a mountain bike trail on a tandem bicycle. But the current strategy is following the e-bike because it has a brighter light. We believe we have about 5 more miles of off-road riding before we reach the pavement.
Are we just celebrating tonight?
Tonight.
When they come back?
Yeah.
How long will they be? When he jumps off, can I put it on his head?
Definitely.
You're so nice for getting all this stuff from my dad.
Our birthday party's fun.
Yeah, I love them.
All right, when they get here, come in here. Grab the stuff. I'll start lighting the candles.
Okay. I'll be back here in a second.
Rick's birthday actually isn't for 2 days, but it's the day that we all say bye, so we thought we would celebrate tonight.
Woo! That's not good. I'm hoping it's a short section. You gotta lead the way.
Alright, the Great American Rail.
Darkness update number 2. It is now 10 p.m. We have now been on the bike for 8 hours. And somehow we've barely done 60 miles.
Happy birthday, dear Rick!
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday!
I'm afraid I'm gonna snap. How about you blow it for me? Can you do it? Oh, I can't move my shoulders either.
Oh. You want some ice cream?
I can't feel my feet. They're like hot now.
What?
Oh, look. I wonder how long my shoelace has been untied.
I think it's called frostbite, Nick.
Are you hungry?
It's gonna take me 10 minutes to get the dexterity back in my fingers to put food in
Oh,
my mouth.
let's get in the heat.
Oh my God. I don't know that we've admitted this to ourselves yet, but at some point I think we missed the turnoff for this paved bike trail and instead stayed on the hiking trail on the other side of the...
Oh no. We have Red Bull and ice cream as well.
You also have ice cream.
The hardest
I thought
part.
you were joking about ice
Because
cream.
it's vanilla, it's Rick's favorite.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, ice cream might warm me up. That's how cold I am.
Feel how cold the bottom of it is. I can't feel it. Like I can
Literally
honestly
white. It's 11 o'clock.
kind of want to get this way.
Not only is it 11 o'clock, but we're still 150 miles from the East Coast where we have to be tomorrow.
Thanks. Go ahead. Oh, thanks.
I think sleep. Oh, y'all aren't going to be on a trail.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're committed at this point. As soon as I take a sip of this, there's no going back.
Either just ride the bike for the next 2 hours or stare at the ceiling.
Oh my god.
Might as well ride the bike.
There's a hamburger.
Back on the round trail now?
Yeah.
They're crazy.
It says it's paved.
This is a toxic relationship.
We're doing this.
We're doing this because we found a sweet route on the internet that says this is a good idea. I feel like I'm smoking a cigarette now.
According to Google, this bike ride should take 3.5 hours. It's 12:30. I'll let you do the math. At least there should be no traffic.
I cannot believe they're doing this.
All right, me and Rick are gonna finish out the last 36 miles of the day alone. Dusty's having some stomach issues, conveniently. No, I'm kidding. I think it's pretty bad. It's just me and Rick on this super smooth bike path.
I'm exhausted. We just drove the vans 40 minutes to the town of Greencastle in Pennsylvania again, somehow. I barely made it through the drive. And I didn't even bike today. I can't imagine how the guys must be feeling. It's gonna be a miracle if we make it tomorrow. I'm leaving a door unlocked, and I guess I'm gonna go to sleep. Looks like they're 17 miles away, so chances are they'll be here in a little over an hour.
All right, we've made it to 2 a.m. We've got the road all to ourselves. We have passed one car since we started. I think the Red Bull is still coursing through my blood, but I'm feeling surprisingly good. Either that or it's the cold air.
Compared to what we did earlier today, these are easy miles.
And we're literally just riding right in the middle of the road. Mr. Dusty, watching those pedals go around by themselves feel weird. Listen to my water bottle. It's all ice. We're almost there. I think we rode long enough that people are awake and going to work.
We finished the ride today.
Wow, this is amazing. What a welcome. Made it back.
Annapolis, here we come. There are usually only about 2 times a year that I get up and make the coffee, and that's on Nate's birthday, and actually just 1 time a year. But this year it was 2. I'd much rather get up a little earlier and make the coffee than bike with mountain lions till 4 in the morning.
Good morning. I managed to get about 4 hours of sleep. It felt like 3 miles last night until this morning. I feel like my body was paying for it.
Lady Climb Crushers have been riding for almost 2 hours now, and I believe we might be on our last climb of this whole journey. We might change course 2 or 3 more times, just for the heck of it.
I cannot believe that today is the last day of biking across America, and we have almost done it. I still don't feel like that's really sunk in.
We have to make sure we lose the chain at least once before we get there, okay? Just for old time's sake. You only have to make it 100 miles today. You can do it, little bike.
They're gonna try to knock out 50 or 60 miles this morning, and that'll leave us with 50 or 60 more miles to go. But as long as the bike doesn't completely fall apart, we are for sure finishing. Like, I don't know that I've ever felt this tired. Last morning going to pick up the girls. Already starting to feel a little nostalgic.
It's 12:30. The sun is warm. Not complaining. This is amazing.
Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. Maryland.
Back on the Ram route, where we should have stayed all along.
This entire gigantic bag is filled with French fries. Ooh. I'm enjoying the last day of just being able to eat anything I want, guilt-free. Whether just for the French fries, shouldn't have ordered fries.
Oh my gosh, this might be our last pedals as the Lady Climb Crushers. Gonna get some lunch with the guys and potentially let them take over till the end.
I cannot believe I'm about to put this chamois on for the very last time. And after this, it needs to be burned because I don't think it's possible to clean it. It has been washed once in 36 days. One last lather. Might as well go thick, you know? I'm gonna have a shower tonight.
Yeah, don't hold back. This girl is about to take her chamois off for the last time. Probably until next year when we do another bike trip.
Bad stuff going on down there. That does not feel good.
Oh no.
We are down to the wire here. This is broken spoke number 2. The wheel is slowly getting wobblier. But honestly, if we stop and go to a bike shop now,
We just probably won't finish today. So we're just gonna ride it until the wheel falls off.
This will give you an idea of what we're working with. It should spin perfectly straight, but instead it's hitting the brakes on both sides.
Look, downhill dads. Make us proud.
Last ride! We just have 55 more miles to Annapolis, where we are going to dip the front tire in the Chesapeake Bay. If we pedal really hard and things go smoothly, we might be able to make it there in time for sunset. But if we're being realistic, it's probably gonna be dark.
Let's go to Annapolis!
26 more miles, 1 marathon left.
My plan right now is to go ahead and drive to the finish line and scout out the best place for us to park, for us to celebrate, and most importantly, the best place to put the tandem in the ocean.
Well, the ram route has kept it interesting right until the very end. Will we live?
Whoa. I'm pulling into Annapolis at sunset, and it is so magical.
Well, we're not gonna make it before sunset, but we're gonna make it.
Wow. We biked across the US.
I'm sad it's over.
You're sad. I am too.
I'll be glad when this is over.
They call me the blister. I basically showed up when all the work was pretty much finished.
I am so glad we came for a short amount of time to experience just a tiny bit of what they had done.
It's a great testament to small steps in the same direction.
I will never look at a US map the same.
It was so fun. Being on the bike with Beck and Kara was 1010% the best part.
I had so much fun.
But remember all the memories you had.
I mean, the obvious feelings I have are pure joy, gratefulness, excitement.
I think today is day 36, which is so long. It doesn't feel like it's been that long.
It feels like we've been on this bike trip forever.
This is our 4th bike trip in a row that we've taken with this crew. And each one, I feel like I've come out the other side just better in every way.
I'm probably gonna have an identity crisis tomorrow when I don't just wake up and get on the bike, because that's all I've done for 36 days.
Almost there. We're so close.
I'm super impressed with the lady climb crushers. Who knew that we would ride halfway across the country? I mean, all the way across the country, but half the miles, keeping it together.
Beck, I mean, you're just a fearless leader. You were the captain, I feel like, of the team the whole time. I don't even have words to describe how she makes me feel about myself, about things that I'm capable of doing or capable of at least trying and seeing what happens.
But I think my favorite part was the people we're with. I mean, I'm just so thankful that I have friends like them.
Kara's energy on the bike is always just fun, happy, let's play music, let's party, we're biking across the US. And I just love that energy on the bike.
When you are surrounded by positive, energetic, amazing, supportive people, you can do anything.
This one will be hard to beat.
I'm just so proud of them. I can't believe they've ridden across America in 36 days. It's crazy.
I guess that's all. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned for next year. Annual bike trip.
Can't wait to see what's next.
This van smells like a bag of butts.
Wow. I can't believe it. We are officially 1 mile away from the finish!
All right, we have the finish line all set up. The dads are literally seconds away. I can't believe this is happening. We got my daddy here, my cousin Amy here, Pete is here, Nate's mom is here. We have a welcome party. We did
fly!
We did it!
Wow. We didn't die! We didn't get hit by a car! Hold on, get people on the bike. Get everybody on the bike.
You got a bad wrist? Oh no, not at all. Hey! We made it!
I'm so proud of you! We did it!
Let's go!
Congrats!
There are no other 8 people that I would have rather ridden across the country with for 36 days.
We're dipping the back or the front?
We're throwing it in.
1,